hello Sue, my darling. Yeah, that's right. I've just got everything sorted out and I'm just about to leave now, okay, my darling? I've got everything. I'm just locking up now. Yes, Sue, all the guests are logged in, my darling, okay? All the guests are logged in. I've just got... No, Sue, there isn't any Browns on site, my darling. No, Sue, Sue, I think you're looking in the 2015 logbook on the Excel spreadsheet. Go on the 2017 tab, my darling, okay? And then you can see it's all up to date. And I've also got the notebook and it's all slid into the green tray. It's all up to date, my darling, okay? Yeah, that's right. There's no Browns, it's the Haskins. That's right, the Haskins are on site, my darling, okay? Yeah, and they're all tucked up in bed with a nice little cup of Horlicks, okay, my darling? You can see that now, can't you? So yeah, everything's fine, it's all done. Okay, have it, you too. I'm not getting sarcastic at you. I'm not, my... Alright then, bye. God, I'm almost annoyed. I mean, why at a caravan park, which has 14 caravans, have I got to keep a logbook on paper and I've got to do one on the computer? And that's what she does. She sits at home looking at the computerised version while she's at home watching X Factor. Oh, and by the way, just for the record, the Haskins, they're not all tucked up in bed with a cup of Horlicks. I doubt that was her husband that she came with. The tart, especially the way that she was dressed. She ordered 2 bottles of rosé wine from the bar on last orders, which I don't agree with. So all my job seems to be is seeing innocent married men having their claws dug into by middle-aged tarts. And it's my job to make them sign on the dotted line for a woman to commit the biggest sin of all, infidelity, and on a caravan park. Can't trust anyone these days, can you? It's like me and Mum. We used to love listening to Tom Jones. I had all his CDs in my car. That was how I started finding he used to go off with other women. And mind you, that's not Tom's fault. That's his wife's fault. I mean, how hard is it if you've got a gorgeous man to make him 2 cups of tea and cook him 2 meals a day, especially when he's the best musician ever? Well, he was. That was until Gary Barlow came along anyway. You never guess what Sue said. My boss, who I was just on the phone to there, she said, Tom Jones, I wouldn't kick him out of bed if he farted. I said, yeah, Sue, that's because you're 45 years old and you've never had a boyfriend. And that's the thing, as for me, I'm only 29 years old, but he would never go for me. But if he did, I would call off our engagement for farting in the bed, which I don't agree with. Right, what was I doing? Yeah, so I've got the money from the till, that's in the safe. I've got the fans turned off. And I left a message for the newspaper man. You're not going to believe this. I said no more Daily Mirrors, because they were printing lies about CJ from Eggheads, saying that he killed a hobo, which I don't agree with. Homeless people just get right on my nerves. And another thing they said that CJ from Eggheads was gay. I mean, how can CJ from Eggheads be gay if me, my mum and Sue all fancy him, so we won't be stuck in that rag full of dirty little lies anymore? That's another thing I can't do before I leave. It's a mistake you only make once. Turning off the freezer. Did that once. Accidentally turned it off. Had all the ice creams melt. The floor was covered in cream. Come back in to open up the next morning and I've got 5 cats scratching at the door like that, trying to get in. The dirty little scavengers. Can't even trust animals these days, can you? Oh, here we go again. Doubt it's going to be Prince Harry this time. Hello, Sue, my darling. Oh, sorry. God, it's not Sue. It's that customer, Mrs. Haskins. And she sounds as drunk and as loose as one of those women on Strictly Come Dancing. Sorry, my darling, what was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you, my sweetheart. I was breaking up. Yeah. Oh, really? Your sheets are dirty, are they? God, well, that's a bloody surprise, isn't it? I am terribly sorry, Mrs. Haskins. I'm terribly sorry. I've just got to take a note on the notebook and on the computer, my darling. I'm just going to take a mental note. So tell me what's the problem? So Mrs. Haskins has got dirty sheets. Yep. Okay, let me just... One question. Is it Miss or Mrs. Haskins, my darling? It's Miss, is it? Yeah, okay, so Miss Haskins is... Okay, yeah, I'm just going to put that down for you, my darling. And are you alone? Got another question. Are you alone on the caravan park at the moment? Are you on your own? You are you? Well, that's a blatant lie. Yeah, okay. Well, so what I'm going to do for you, as I said, many apologies. What I'm going to do for you, actually, Miss Haskins, I'm going to give you a key tomorrow. So you come back to me tomorrow. I'm going to give you a key for a nice single caravan with a single bed for one woman and one woman only, which is exactly where you should be staying. Was that a bit much? Because I don't think it is. Because this is the exact reason why a good 29-year-old girl like me can't find a husband, because of tarts like her. It was the best day of my life when Mum stopped watching Desperate Housewives. It's a Scooby